And then you remember when I put 99 cents into the bid price, I want you to see this 15 cents here. Anything you post at 99 cents or less, eBay only charges you 15 cents for an insertion fee, and that's not for very much longer. I'll explain that in a minute if I remember to. Now, if I change this to $1, I increased my starting price 1 penny. Look at what happens to that insertion fee. It goes up 20 cents from 15 to 35 if I increase my bid by 1 penny to $1. That's something that eBay, a special that eBay always runs with their, it posts something for 99 cents or less because it's a very, very, very good visual selling point. It attracts people when they see 99 cents on something. It really does attract a lot of people, and it already looks like a good deal because it's less than $1. It's not even 3 numbers, 3 digits. But I will change. It doesn't matter if I change it or not. I'll just leave it the way it is. Once you get everything on this page done, just read what it says there. Read the instructions. It's relatively common sense. Don't be afraid to press buttons or click on links. Don't be afraid to press something because there's always a way around it. And remember, I didn't fill out the description, so I got some red text here telling me that something's wrong. So it just left me on this page, and it allowed me to come back right here, and it also put it right here in red that I didn't fill out a description. So I'll do that this time, and it should let us go through because everything else is filled out. And here we are to the review your listing page, which is actually the next page. You know, again, here they have a whole bunch of options here for you. You can select from any of these options. They're all extra money. If they're extra money, they have it listed next to them. If they're not, it'll have the word free in parentheses. Here's a preview that gives you an opportunity to preview your listing. You can see how it looks in what some of the sample listings they have on eBay. They just snatched some of them off the screen at the time. But you can see kind of here with all these other items posted, you can kind of see why I decided to use a yellow border. It kind of sticks out a little bit, doesn't it? It takes me a little bit of extra work to do that. It's extra effort and extra time, and somewhat of a hassle. I mean, I don't really call it a hassle because it sounds kind of negative, but it's extra no matter what. No matter how you look at it, it's extra for me to have to do that to Photoshop my whatever images I use. But it's worth it in my opinion. It does make the listing stick out more. Edit your listing. This gives you the opportunity to go back and change something if you remembered that you did something wrong or you didn't put something right. If you use a template, quite often you'll forget to change something in the template and you'll have to go back and do it. And they put that there as the last step before you review your fees. You see that they're charging you the right amount. Remember, we left it at $1, so that's why it's still 35 cents. It'll always tell you how much money you've already spent on your final value fees or your insertion fees. And I'm not sure if this is a running balance of your final value fee or not, but you can always check that in your eBay account information folder tab. You can always check on that. You can have the opportunity to save this template that you just set up. You can, if you want to keep using this and just change a few things about it, you can save it. This helps out a lot when you make a big long description like I have that I've kept for a long time and just made slight changes to, but I still want to keep the bulk of it. I always save my listing as a template, or I always make sure I have several templates on hand to be able to refer back to and make the fewest changes possible. When you are done, when you feel that you are done and you're comfortable with your listing, you click list your item, which I am not going to do because it's going to charge me 35 cents to list something that I have this listed as the title and something similar to this listed as the description, so I'm not going to do that. But that is how you sell things, guys. That is, I know I dragged this process out, but I wanted to make sure that I talk slow, and because I have a habit of talking way too fast and making sure people can't understand anything I'm saying, kind of like that. But this is the home page again here. This is how it looks. The buttons are on every page. Other than, I think there's only one page that doesn't have these links at the top of it, and I believe it is actually the sell page. The very next page when you click on sell. No, it's not that one. Let's try this one. Yep, this one is the only page that I've ever seen that doesn't have those links up there. So if you want to get out of here somehow, I always just click the eBay homepage logo here, and it always takes me back here to the homepage, and it resets everything. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, and I truly hope that it's a very big help to everybody. And if I see that it's not a help to everyone, or there's messages typed next to it or under it in the comment section that people didn't like the video, I will remove it as quickly as possible. And if there's something wrong with it, I'll change it. If people don't like it in general or think that I shouldn't do tutorials, then I will remove it permanently, and I'll give up my tutorials. I'll retire from tutorials and just stick with box break, baseball card box break videos, because it appears that those are good enough for people to enjoy right now. I thank you guys for taking the time. This is Chris from BenhamBaseballCards.com. You can check out my site if you want to. It's not necessary, but I do believe that I've made a pretty good site for people to be able to enjoy. Card prices are very, very reasonable. I do believe them to be the best on the internet right now for single baseball cards. And I do have lots of 2010 Topps cards right now. I have Upper Deck as well, but they're not in the store yet. Thanks a lot, guys.